Hello. Hello there. Just needed a little Coca-Cola. This is your friend, your friendly neighborhood Canadian, Reed Dudar. Reed WR Dudar on Twitter, and my other Twitter account, which you gotta find. It's kind of hinted at in this video a little bit. Clearly, if I'm wearing a Nightwing hat, Batman t-shirt, you can see Batman poster in the background. I'm going to be talking about Goldberg versus The Undertaker, WWE Super Show, Saudi Arabia. No, I'm going to be talking about the St. Louis Blues advancing to the Stanley Cup Final tonight. First time since 1970? No, that'll be another video because I'll be wearing St. Louis Blues stuff. Am I talking about how hot Kendra Lust is? Alexis Fox? London River? Who might actually watch this video? Maybe, but no. Quickly, before I get into it, I got a list of shoutouts because friends, people, sometimes people I work with, people who know me, actually watch my YouTube videos. And I greatly appreciate that because who else is going to watch them? So Aaron, love ya. Austin, codename Jimmy, you're lazy, but thank you. Catlin, the man who, I can't say your nicknames on YouTube. Tori, Charmaine, thank you. Jay Quellen, I might need a ride to work for the next couple shifts. Bruce, my man Bruce. Yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe Clint might be watching this video. Oh, my friend Mark, of course, Mark, the mayor of Vancouver Island, of course. Hello, Marcus. You actually tweeted me like a couple times. We actually had a real conversation, like friends. But, you know, you're stuck in an island somewhere. Anyway, this video, clearly, spent a couple days processing. Now, it's not official, but it's pretty close to official. Official enough to warrant internet upheaval. No, not the Game of Thrones series finale, which was pretty good. Robert Pattinson possibly being cast as the new Batman, Bruce Wayne, in the long-awaited Matt Reeves' The Batman movie. I love Batman. He's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. He has some of the best superhero movies ever we've seen. The Dark Knight is still the best superhero movie of all time. Bruce Wayne is iconic. Batman is iconic. It's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's the Trinity, right? Okay, so the main actor of the most hated and despised movie franchise of the last 15 years or more, the Twilight franchise, the sparkly vampire, as my friend Clint, you coined it, I'm using it, but you get full credit. The sparkly vampire, Robert Pattinson, is possibly going to be the new Batman. In my opinion, as a huge movie fan, as a huge superhero nerd, comic book fan, I think this casting is absolutely complete, utter trash. Fucking trash. Now, I did a little research because I wanted to be, what's the word? Not honest, because I am honest most of the time, sometimes too honest, but I wanted to have information. My friend Mark messaged me a couple days ago when this broke, and he's like, I'm going to reserve judgment because, I'm going to watch movies he's been in and stuff. And I was like, I'm never going to watch the Twilight franchise, ever. My one carrot, I don't know, The one twist that I always told friends over the last 10 years is the only reason I'd ever watch a Twilight movie is if I was dating a woman or was romantically involved with a woman sexually, and she made it as like, we're gonna watch Twilight and then you're gonna benefit. That's the only reason I'd ever get hooked into watching Twilight. And as someone who's watched many, many YouTube videos through the years, especially this decade, many YouTubers have made a career history of making fun of the entire Twilight franchise, which is fair because it's absolute trash. The books are garbage. It's universally known that Twilight, fan fiction, all that shit is garbage. It's the worst kind of writing and the worst kind of movie making. That doesn't mean it still made hundreds of millions of dollars. Twilight movies made money. You know, they're not winning any Oscars or Golden Globe Awards, but the thing that shocked me the most about this Robert Pattinson casting possible choice announcement is how many fucking YouTubers, known YouTubers, wannabe celebrity YouTubers, some of them I like, some of them I respect, some of them I've lost a little respect for now, all of them universally coming out saying, this is such a great casting choice, and what a good move. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Robert Pattinson, the lead actor in the series of movies that is universally regarded as dog shit crap. This guy, you're all cheering him on? All the Collider guys? All these YouTube people? You're all drinking the same Jim Jones Kool-Aid? Really? Robert Pattinson. So, I went on IMDb, thanks to my friend Mark. Miss you, Mark. And I went on IMDb because Rotten Tomatoes is trash. Rotten Tomatoes is garbage. Don't go on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb is where it's at. It's always been that way. And I was looking up movies from him. Because all these YouTubers drinking the Kool-Aid are all like, you guys are all idiots because you're just judging him on Twilight and you haven't seen any of his other movies. And I'm like, oh, okay. What other movies? And then I looked on IMDb and I'm like, I've never heard of any of these movies. And honestly, I've never seen a single movie with Robert Pattinson in it. Not a single one. I thought maybe he might have been in a movie where he was like in a supporting role or like a character background guy. No, I checked the IMDb list twice. I haven't seen a fucking movie that he's ever been in. That's crazy. Now, I'm of a certain age where I remember when Michael Keaton was cast as Batman in the Tim Burton 1989 epic superhero movie that changed pop culture forever. And people back then, I mean, long before the internet, long before everyone on social media had to complain about everything and tweet and Facebook everything. I'm a tweeter. I tweet about everything, but I used to be one of those Facebook idiots. Not anymore. I get it. That's the age we live in. But like, in 1988, Michael Keaton being cast as Batman was a big deal because most people just knew him as Mr. Mom or Beetlejuice. But those who were smart, and me, even as a kid, smarter than most, knew Michael Keaton was in a movie called Clean and Sober, and also knew that I'm pretty sure he won the New York Film Critics Award for Best Actor for a movie called Clean and Sober. And I thought back then he should have been nominated for Best Actor for Clean and Sober. So Michael Keaton, who was Mr. Mom and Beetlejuice, also made this dramatic movie that won Film Critics Awards of merit, the New York Film Critics Awards, okay? This isn't Robert Pattinson BS propaganda. So I was like, okay, I would give him a fair shot. And Michael Keaton proved the entire universe wrong. Michael Keaton is still arguably considered one of the best actors to ever play Batman. So, then the other big controversial casting in the last while was people being upset about Heath Ledger being cast as the Joker. Now, here's the spin on that, and this is the no BS truth on it. And why you can believe me saying it is because I can say Kendra Lust has an amazing booty and she's the hottest porn star I've ever seen in the world. And I like women who wear sexy high heels and have sexy legs. And I like Coca-Cola. Okay? This is why you can believe me. The issue people had with Heath Ledger is because most Americans, I'm sorry, you have a problem with gay people. You have a problem with women who want to control their bodies. And you also still have a huge problem with black people. A lot of people were mad about Heath Ledger because they were basing it on Brokeback Mountain, a movie that was nominated for many Academy Awards. And yes, he played a gay character in it. He acted as a gay character. Movies is acting, not real, acting. And a lot of Americans, I'm sorry, are kind of stupid that way. And mass media people are also kind of stupid. And YouTube people are also kind of stupid. So that was the issue. A lot of people were like, oh, is Joker going to be gay? Seriously, that's what it was back then. That's how stupid it was. That's how stupid sometimes people are when they react over casting, which I'm doing in this video. See? I can call it like it is. But Heath Ledger was an Oscar-nominated actor, and he also was in movies that people saw. He was Mel Gibson's son in The Patriot. He was in that movie, I think it's 13 Things I Hate About You, or 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger was actually in movies people saw. Then he was nominated for an Oscar for Brokeback Mountain. So it's different. Those are the two best examples I'm using to bring up Robert Pattinson casting as Batman. Because Robert Pattinson hasn't been in any successful movies other than the Twilight movies. And all I see from the YouTube community is everyone's being unfair because they haven't seen any of his great movies that he's been in. Okay, that's fair, but if all the movies he's been in are independent films, and most people don't see independent movies because real movie-going people like me that pay money to see movies, that collect movies, that love movies, that have jobs, have friends, have lives, aren't the privileged YouTube community in California where that's your job and you get to see all these movies most people don't. Most of us will never see any of these stupid independent films. And just because a movie is labeled independent doesn't mean it's good. Okay? It's like an internet myth. Independent movies aren't always good. In fact, most of them are trash. Most of them are garbage. There's a reason you don't see them. Because they won't make money, they're not very good, and they cater to a very niche, unique, film-going audience. And Robert Pattinson, sadly, has made lots of these movies that no one's ever going to see. So, is it fair to bash him just based on the Twilight franchise? Yes, it is, and I'll tell you why. Because the Twilight franchise was a pop cultural phenomenon. It made hundreds of millions of dollars. The books sold. Lots of teenage girls and teenage boys thought vampires were cool, and you didn't need blood to be a vampire, and all that trash. And the person who wrote the Twilight series proved you could be an uneducated literature book author and make money. Kind of like if JTE and me both made a book pronouncing Penelope and all the words he can't pronounce. It'd probably make millions of dollars, but you get what I'm saying here. Just because stuff makes money doesn't mean it's good. Okay? Just because something is popular doesn't mean it's quality. So I'm just going to read some tweets. I don't know who this guy is, but he's he's actually an extremely talented actor. He's going to surprise us like Ledger did. Go watch his recent films. I'm excited about this. Just remember, everyone complained that Mr. Mom was playing Batman when Keaton was announced. And I just brought up the 2 points that discount this argument. Keaton was a movie star, successful comedy actor, who just came off winning Film Critics Awards and recognition for being a dramatic actor in Clean and Sober. So boom, this guy's point, garbage. Heath Ledger, same thing. Oscar-nominated actor who is in movies people paid money to see, hundreds of millions of dollars, like Mel Gibson's The Patriot, was a well-known actor. Boom, Robert Pattinson. Okay, you guys are going to argue with me. You're going to type. You're going to tell me which of his independent movies you've seen and how much money have they made. And yeah, besides the Twilight films. Jeff Schneider, who I think is the guy who took over for John Campea on Collider. Wow, he's a damn good actor, but I can't say I really see it. That said, I have total faith in Matt Reeves, and if he thinks Pattinson is the right fit to play this version of Batman, then who am I to doubt him? And now for the Rogues Gallery. Here's the issue. Matt Reeves is trash. He's overrated trash. He's not even an average filmmaker. He's just a filmmaker that's made a couple decent Planet of the Apes movies, one which is highly overrated. This is the guy who made Cloverfield. Cloverfield, a monster movie that was supposed to be about monsters, but really became a movie about a guy stalking his ex-girlfriend while an alien was destroying a city because he was still in love with her even though they broke up. That's Matt Reeves. And yes, I liked his version of that horror movie I can't think of the name of right now. That was a remake. I enjoyed that movie a lot. Can't think of it. I'm not going to waste time trying to think of it. But if I can, I will. And I loved his second Planet of the Apes movie, which I thought was amazing. And his third Planet of the Apes movie is internet overrated because it wasn't a war. It was a skirmish. So I've never had faith in Matt Reeves from the beginning. It's almost 2 years now, and Matt Reeves still hasn't come up with a Batman script fully finished. Batman has thousands of stories in comic book form, and Matt Reeves, the idiot, the Cloverfield guy, is like, oh no, I'm going to come up with my own story. He's going to be a young Batman, because we've never ever seen young Batman before, right? Batman Begins, or the original Batman with Michael Keaton. And isn't Gotham doing something right now? So yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay, so yeah. And then we're going to get into that. Yeah, so this Adam Halavik guy, I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. I apologize for that. He's part of the Superhero Hyper channel. He's actually seems like a cool guy. But he recommends these 4 Robert Pattinson movies to watch. Good Time, Cosmopolis? Fuck, I'm saying that wrong. Little Ashes, and The Lost City of Z. Apparently all available on Amazon Prime Video right now. Wow, those look like, woo! Exciting movies to watch. No thanks. And then Adam Halavik again. Am I the only one who doesn't need Batman to look like a walking tank? Give me that good Neil Adams tone. Now, people are bitching that Robert Pattinson is too skinny. Well, Christian Bale was too skinny because he just finished filming The Machinist, which he lost, over 100 pounds for? So Robert Pattinson, as much as he might be a bad choice, can also put on weight. So I'm not worried about that. Steroids, good diets, you can turn into Hugh Jackman, you can turn into Chris Evans. He can bulk up. So that's a stupid point to be worried. Plus, Matt Reeves' Batman movie isn't going to be fucking filming forever, so you've got lots of time if he's the guy who's cast. Before you say anything, watch another one of his movies that's not Twilight. Again, Adam Halavik, saying his name wrong. No one's seen his movies because they're all independent movies. And like I just said, just because a movie's independent doesn't mean it's good. Most movies that are independent can't get the budgeting, the filmmaking, the marketing, the studio backing because it's a niche market. It's catered to a certain clientele of moviegoers. So you could be a good actor in an independent movie, but if no one's seen it, then what's the point? You make movies for people to watch. Yes, it's an art form. Yes, there's a craftsmanship to it, of course, that's not the issue. But most of the reasons people make movies is for people to see them. You want them to touch you, to influence you, to stimulate you. So what's the point in making all these independent movies that no one's ever going to see? JTE seemed very excited. He was like, holy bat nip nipples. Oh, JTE, we disagree on this. JTE movie thinks also. To be clear, I think this is a great choice for the Batman. Robert Pattinson has been low-key killing it with his choice of roles the past few years. That's awesome, except no one's seen any of these movies that he's been in. It'd be different if he had a movie that he made that was a moderate, successful box office success that people could point to and go, hey, he finally made a movie that wasn't Twilight, that wasn't complete dog shit. But that hasn't happened yet because no one sees a lot of independent films because, like I said, most of us have jobs, have lives, have girlfriends, have a sex life, have friends, have another job, take naps. We don't have time to see these stupid little independent movies. And Collider is also reporting that apparently the villains for the Batman are going to be the Penguin and Catwoman, because Matt Reeves is somehow secretly remaking Batman Returns, one of the best Batman movies ever made, and secretly a Christmas movie. So yeah, that should be exciting. I'm going to do a separate video just on that because I'm in the Batman mood. I'm trying to get more tweets. The Batman, Robert Pattinson to play Caped Crusader for Matt Reeves, reported by Collider, who are all drinking the Kool-Aid, like Christian Harloff. Like, seriously, you're the worst person on YouTube. You're a scumbag. You treat people like dog shit on the internet, and then you bitch about people treating you like dog shit on the internet. You're fucking hilarious that way. You're a fucking trash bag. And anyone who quotes Schmozmo, you guys are all idiots too. You might as well be Trump fucking voters. Like, it's retarded. That's the worst fandom name ever. Schmozmo. That's garbage. Sorry, Mark. I know I'm the one who got you into all these YouTube things many years ago. But I think secretly, as you know, I was going through a midlife crisis. My life had fallen apart. So I think people who are secretly really depressed watch a lot of YouTube. Because I haven't watched much YouTube in the last few years because I've been happy, successful, working, saving money, blah, blah, blah. I still enjoy it. But I enjoy the YouTube that's like Chris Struckman and Jeremy John's YouTube and Red Letter Media stuff. Positive things. Not the stuff I was into because I was depressed. Yeah, so I'm just really depressed and saddened by the YouTube spin that Robert Pattinson, the sparkly vampire, is apparently the greatest choice ever to play Batman, Bruce Wayne, in Matt Reeves' long-awaited, long-delayed, holy cow, can't you write a Batman script movie, The Batman. There's source material everywhere. We don't need to see... Okay, that's a separate video because it's already at 22 minutes. I'm going to get worked up. I'm already worked up. Anyway, I think the casting for Robert Pattinson is wrong, bullshit, stupid, and I reserve the right to be wrong because he could be amazing. He could be. But I already don't have faith in Matt Reeves, so I'm not even on board with this project at all. And the fact that it's not going to be connected to the DCU, DC Extended Universe. There were rumors in the beginning that maybe it'd be the young Batman story of the Ben Affleck Batman we saw in Batman v Superman and Justice League and everything, but apparently it's not. But we don't know. So what's the point of making another Batman movie that isn't connected, like the Joker movie that's coming out that isn't connected? People are already having a hard time figuring out the DC timeline movie universe anyway, and until DC comes out and creates a multiverse to establish this is Gotham, this is Flash, this is the CW universe, and all this stuff, people are going to be confused. And it's stupid. Time Warner, DC, you own all this. Just make a multiverse. Anyway, Robert Pattinson, in my opinion, is probably the worst casting choice in superhero history, as it stands right now. And it's not 100% official yet, so who knows. But that's where I stand. Canadian man who loves Batman, who loves Kendra Lusts, who loves Coca-Cola, who's a New York Ranger fan, a real hockey fan, Canadian, loves Nightwing. Yeah, and loves Game of Thrones. That's where I stand. So anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you disagree with me. Tell me my points are invalid. That's cool. Follow me on Twitter. Find me on Instagram. My Instagram account's locked because there's so much spam on there. Like this video. Share this video. Tell your friends, hey, this Canadian guy made some good points, or is an idiot. That's fine. That's cool. But how can you drop the ball on a casting decision this important? I reserve the right to be wrong. And maybe I am wrong. Just like we're all wrong that Brie Larson is the worst MCU casting choice they've done. Because she's just meh as Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel. Anyway, thanks.